Yeah, whole prof here, and I got somewhat of a gross one for you guys today. Besides being that close to my own face, it's not the top of the Surface Laptop Studio that I don't know who at Microsoft thought was a good idea, but my God, that's it cleaned about 2 days ago. This magnesium outer that they look at that, look at the. No matter what you do. So basically, I only clean this now when I only clean that now. Whoa! Almost dropped the phone there. Oh, what I was gonna say is I only clean this thing now once there's like physical buildup on it, because you're never getting it clean. Finally got that hard drive sent out for warranty. Did have warranty till 2027, but it is dead as a doornail. That was actually the one pre last year's hardware failure. I had a hard drive to cover that one, but it was after that one failed, when it was rebuilding, that another dropped, right? And then once the other one dropped, I have no redundancy because I have 2 drive redundancy, right? And I do have backups, Backblaze. Check the link in the description. Highly recommend. What is it? It's like, I think it's $60 a year. It might be a little bit more now, but you know, for a whole backup, and they're really cool. They're not like Carbonite or some of these other apps where they only do certain files. They only do it up to certain sizes. I have found issues up backing up greater than 25 gig files. That may just be my configuration, and I shouldn't say like issues. It just, I might not have enough free space on my drive too that I'm using for it. But otherwise, like in general, you install it. Adrian over there has 8 terabyte drives, has I believe like 3 to 4 terabytes on there, all back up to Backblaze. Once I had actually recovered all the data from one of the drives failing and the system getting an infection. I think there might have been one other thing that happened in there, like something else was failing in the system at the time. Wasn't the PSU, because we reused that. I don't remember what it was, but there was actually like another piece of hardware besides one of the drives that had dropped from the array. Yeah, use it. It basically just backs everything up. By default, just grabs it all. You don't have to worry about where you put it. Make sure it's grabbing the thing. Like Carbonite too, they only do common file types. Well, you guys know me. I have weird shit. I have like the raw versions of DSD files. Carbonite, I mean, Backblaze doesn't know what it is, but they don't care, you know. So definitely do that. Finally got that R made though from last year. Actually, I think technically that hard drive failed. Might have failed in very end of 2023. But that's kind of what set that off. I always keep an extra drive around here. I actually have 2 now. Not intentionally. I over-ordered and got stuck with them before the return date. Never bad to have 2 extra 20 terabyte Seagate Arnwolfs around here. And then what happened is, like I said, another dropped. Either, I don't remember if it was during the rebuild, because the rebuild did complete. Might have been shortly after. And then what I was doing is moving drives around as drives were failing. In the end, power supply ended up failing. Motherboard ended up failing. UPS had failed. And I think the last thing we ended up deciding had failed was actually like the SATA cables. Not the data cables, but because when I swapped the PSU, I was still having issues, but I hadn't swapped out the actual like cabling from it. And you're like, oh, you shouldn't do that with modular power supplies. It's Seasonic. They have never changed their modular power supply cables. Just do it. Like you can reuse them, no problem. But I was still having these drives drop or continued drive failures, even though I had swapped those. And actually, something with the SATA power cables had gone bad. But I guess what we have here is, this is what the video is actually about, is this. I ordered something. This should be LTT store. But threw it on my bed to make this video for you guys. I know we're like 4 minutes in ranting about something else entirely. And I come to, yes, that is Cat Hork on this. Lovely, right? So, normally sometimes I wait a day or two to open things up just because I want to do it on video for you guys, and I don't always have the energy or the time to do it that day. This is going to be done right now so I can pull the clothes out of it and throw out the packaging. Yeah? Do you have something to say about that, Paisley Marie? Yeah? Do you? So let me get that going. And you might get a little sneaky peek of what's coming up in some future videos right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, doodle. What do we need? What do we need? How about Bob the Box Cutter? Paisley, I need to put those receipts away yet. And I need to put those vinyls away, too. Can you not? A relatively new utility knife blade. So damn sharp. When it comes to those knippicks you're seeing there. Knippicks. No, I don't always say that the correct way. Still some missing. This should be everything that was released to the US/North American market, just for reference. There are still some, though, coming from the other English-speaking markets that are not the US. They have U in their abbreviations. So you should be able to figure out what those are. I don't know why those other ones are exclusive to these other markets, but it's been like that since Nip Extend came out, the new grips. Especially one of the southern hemisphere located ones. Got them way before. Also, besides having models that we still don't have. So, we're not looking at that today, though. We're looking at Paisley Marie over here, looking at my new shirts. Yeah, Miss Paisley? I picked up for work, because sometimes I need a collared shirt, and, you know, they were joking about the Sunland show, that, who's buying all these? Yeah, sometimes you need a collared shirt for work, and you might as well make it a fun one. So I have all of the Screensaver LTT. This is probably the one that I can wear into the office daily. This one's a bit more fun, and this one I can definitely see as you know, more of a I want to say like brat fry thing, not like that, but like, you know, like a summer, what, you know, outside doing things, whatchamacallit. Yeah, I have a feeling I wear the LTT party shirt all the time, actually. At least during the season, the warmer seasons. Right now it is it was warm and the snow started melting, and then I left for work, and then it was no longer warm and or melting anymore. And sketch as if you guys have ever had it warm up just past, like just into like the low 40s, snow starts melting and it actually looks like it's rained, but it hasn't. Well, then what happens is you're just barely above freezing point with that. And just the little dip at night sometimes can even bring it into freezing. And just sheer ice. Just sheer ice. So this is not the Windows. It's not Windows. It is doors. Not Windows. Doors. We got some do not eat. There you go, do not eat. I don't remember them shipping that in that before. Maybe that came out of something else I had opened up. We'll see if these other ones have it. Do not eat as well. Ooh, and it's not actually the normal silica gel. Whose ever this was is actually a dry clay craft. So maybe that's more healthy. Desiccant, do not eat. If it's made of clay though instead of silica, whatever. Maybe it's a little bit, healthier or safer for the environment. For those wondering, the product contains natural clay packaged in plastic-free craft paper. Please dispose with regular waste. There you go. And LTT has been like, what do you want to say? They're trying to put no plastic. Like that bag that you just saw isn't plastic. It can actually be put in compost, I believe, or at least they usually can from them. They have like a label on it that says okay, apparently they added this sticker to every bag. Oh, whose job is that? Do not tumble dry. I don't think you normally do, but I'll make sure I don't. And I just realized I stepped in cat puke that is in the middle of my floor as well. Who is having the pukes going on? Kitten, is it you? Because this doesn't look like granny cat pukes. That's been here for a while. And I stepped on into the carpet. Lovely, lovely. Good thing this carpet's getting replaced. I'm guessing the care label says it can tumble dry, and they're saying don't. So this is the doors. It looks very similar to the classic bouncing around windows. I wonder which one that came out with. Was it 95 or previous? When did the bouncing Windows logo screensaver debut? They give me like, oh, history, it wasn't just for fun, it was for burning. Yeah, no shit, that's why we needed screensavers, because you couldn't turn your shit off anyway. Original monitors didn't have standby mode, like the little orange mode that you're thinking of, so they couldn't quick resume. Also, even once CRT monitors did have quick resume, you didn't want to use it because they actually had to warm up when in use. Meaning, like, say if you just went to lunch and came back, a half hour later, for example, they all have the desiccant in there. If you're gonna keep these guys, I don't know about the clay, but the normal silicone, I put these in my toolboxes, tool bags, just to keep the moisture down and keep, surface rust from forming on tools, stuff like that. I usually put it right on where the drawer opening is, right on the front if I can do that. Some people purposely put the classic way of doing it. If you have a lot of high carbon steel woodworking tools or chisels or knives, that sort of stuff, is you actually do the opposite and you put I want to say it's like an oil. I don't know if it is an oil in there, and it actually purposely gives all the tools a nice, so instead of trying to remove moisture, what you're trying to do, especially if you're in a moisture, maybe not a moisture environment, but a humid environment, you you do not want to try to remove the moisture with desiccant, which we can around here because it's pretty not damp, you actually just cover it in a light covering of oil instead. So this is the pipes one, classic pipes. I feel like they went a bit more loud with this than they needed to. I don't remember pipes being mostly green, orange, and yellow. Now maybe they were purposely trying to, make it a party shirt, make it that. I think it would have looked a little bit better if you went like with the classic RGB colors. I don't know if those are classic for pipes, but let me know. And then the last one here is, oh, we have a little other thing in there. I forgot about that one. Paisy Pays Marie. Yeah, you want to play. I see you have the bag, or what the remnants of the bag are. I think we're really going to have to change that bag out for you, Paisley Marie. What's left of this? What's left of that even, huh? Alright, so here we have the, I don't know if you want to call this like the endless hallway or what, the walls. Basically, imagine like Doom style. And you could actually control this one, if I recall. And you're just endlessly walking down a hallway, and you could turn, and it would turn. Boop, 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 turn right, boop, boop, turn left, boop, 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 turn right, or Wolfenstein. Probably I say Doom, but I think the first one I experienced was Wolfenstein, not Doom. I'm trying to think back. The guns right in the middle, like doot, doot, doot. Blam, 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 blam. And what they added, because they had to keep this, I don't, they even said, like, when they did this, like, they don't know how long they'll have it, because they're so close to the originals in many cases, but they added a cat here that just pops up in there. This one's actually surprisingly more acceptable with the red. Maybe that's just my eyes, but this, whew, I thought this was going to be one I'd like a bit better, or might wear for more, but that is green. That I think I could get away from, was just imagine it being a texture. The Doors one, I have a feeling, is the one that sold the most. And there's a kitten on it right now. Kitten. Miss Kitten. Miss Paisley Marie. Yeah. Last item here. I think this is their Labs sweatshirt. Which I'm pretty sure is their LTT, their WAN hoodie without the. I was wondering. Here, I thought I would show you. This is her bag currently. The knot is somehow still there, but that I can't even throw it anymore. There's so much air resistance to this. I throw it and it just falls. We might have to force a new one. She has a second one that's not this horrendous, but or I'll have to find some way to get it from her when she's not paying attention, to tie all this loose stuff up here. Yeah, you can see that is her bag. Yeah, that's your bag, right? Yeah. So she has shredded that thing significantly. Yeah. Yeah, let's see this guy. Probably start wearing this one tomorrow, to be truthful. Oh no, camera got taken out, Paisley. Let's see here. This very much feels like WAN hoodie. The Labs ones, if anything, just have a very stealth Labs logo. I think this one is just straight up black hoodie, no thumb holes, which apparently on the new WAN hoodie, they might be going more towards red, because yes, WAN hoodie, WAN show has always been red, but like, even though you call it the WAN hoodie, they're like, oh, it's not the LTT hoodie. However, it has always been effectively the LTT hoodie, even though it's been the WAN. I have the original WAN hoodie. Oh, yeah, this is a more of a fitted hood here. This is a lighter weight than the Stealth. I much prefer the Stealth. I'm wearing right now, you can see by like the rubber here, this is the Stealth Elite. I love the Stealth Elite pants, the way they fit. Should have bought another pair, to be truthful. They may be a little bit less durable than the normal Terry, but I like the fit of the Stealth Elite better than their standard sweatpants, or the WAN show sweatpants or the Stealth sweatpants. This Labs one really just seems like standard. And this I could even wear to work, because it is just a standard black hoodie. I have like a Carhartt of 2 different sizes of Carhartt blacks. I think one's a medium and one's a double XL, or might be a large and a triple XL. Basically, the smaller ones for going under, like right over your t-shirt and layering, and the other one's more of like a loose, kind of how I normally wear them now. Or if you had already, say, t-shirt, like a plaid thing, then you throw the Carhartt over top of that, and then probably like another jacket over that. When you're out doing stuff, always nice to have layers. So just pick this one up because I do like. There you go, LTT Labs. This specific one, like I said, I don't even think has a logo anywhere else on it. It's just a black, classic, standard black hoodie. I really prefer, because I think they had a pullover. I prefer zip ups. I usually rock them open, and then zip it up if I feel cold. Definitely did last night. Oh, for those wondering, oh, you haven't cleaned your clothes in days, blah blah. Nope, that is that's just the Pays and the other Kit Kats. They demand attention, and a full cat fur, and I'm working from home. So me working from home, you can't see that on a crappy webcam through Teams. So and yes, I do wear my sweatshirts for multiple days. So unless I'm going out and I purposely clean it off for some reason, why? Yeah. Look at this cuteness right here. Oh, too zoomed in. There you go. Look at those deadly paws. Yeah. Yep. So I'm probably gonna start wearing this guy tomorrow. Next time they do, I think they're having a sale right now. Actually, trying to do like their tax evasion sale. No, they're basically get some stuff moving through their store, get some old product out, go through inventory. Probably start wearing that guy tomorrow. The one thing I don't like about the Stealth is I think it's a little short compared to the other one. Probably like it's right below the waist for me, which is maybe more correct. This one, this is I got this mystery hoodie, really nice. David got me the new, this is a Christmas gift. He got me the new potato sack hoodie. I forget what they called it, but super like that one, except I gotta be wary when the other one, which is in here someplace, I don't really have to worry about. Here it is. That's the Uncle Linus, because it already has all these. It's meant to look like this. The problem is that this one they cleaned up and it's not supposed to. And then Kit Kat Claus, especially Kitten Claus, she's now a catten because she's an adult cat. This one, if it gets caught in, you don't notice. It actually makes it look even more worn. Kind of cool. This one, it just makes it look like shit's pulled out. And my mom actually pulled it back in from the other side. So that one I almost have to take off if I'm here. Really like the hood. It's a nicely shaped hood. So hopefully that Labs is similar to this one. For example, here, you could be like a Jedi Master with the one on the Labs, or the Stealth Elite hoodie, with how far it goes. So we'll see. Even here, it's like And yeah, see, I don't know, yeah, we got some poles in there, elastic, but then I always thought that that was weird. You know, the unless it's really cold out or really freaking windy, I've never used poles for the most part. Maybe some of you have when you're, you know, real cold, or you're vegging on the couch or whatever we call that now. Um, but yep, got the new shirts. Like I said, this one is actually more acceptable in person for everyday wear than the pipes. Pipes with the colors. Jeez, that's got some 80s vibes right there. Definitely something I'd wear for certain occasions, though. Keep an eye out. I have to check the schedule. If I believe one of the batches of these from other countries are scheduled to come in over this weekend. If they don't, we will take a look. This is going to be one of my favorites right here, along on the top. This really long, skinny needle nose, much better handle than... Normally, I actually like the dipped handles, but the new Nip Extend handles, how they managed to get them flat but wide, besides being more comfortable, you actually have more surface area when using them. And I really like the Knipex needle nose because it's very long and skinny, very reminiscent of another one I really like, which is a Stanley Fat Max, which when they really took on DeWalt, when Stanley Black & Decker took on DeWalt, they nixed the Fat Max line because effectively DeWalt became their Stanley Fat Max line, like their professional line, which is a real bummer because I have a full kit of tools. You'll see that if you watched any of my toolkit videos. I have a full kit from back when I worked at Walmart during high school of Stanley Fat Max, and a lot of those tools are still some of my choices today if I have them available. They actually made like the standard Stanley. That was the one thing about Stanley. Even just your normal Stanley tool, like if you go get a screwdriver or especially like a wire cutter, a lot of these super Chinesium brands, they can't make the two jaws of a wire cutter line to actually cut shit. Stanley, at least if you go and get one, you know it'll at least do that. You know, so that's like a bare minimum. Because, you know, like for example, Black & Decker, you might not be able to count on that anymore. And I know it's by the same place, but at least Stanley's at that you go buy a Stanley wire cutter for $5, it'll at least cut things. You go and buy another, like a store brand for $5. We've had that discussion before about these green extended wire cutters over there from Menards, and I'd have to go through an entire rack full of them to find 1 to 2, maybe 3 at very, very best. So really, really like this super long needle nose because that's kind of like what and how I use a needle nose for. Very, very nice to have it in the Nip Extend. I'm picking up those as they all come out. So if there's any specific ones I've missed, let me know when you see those videos. Yeah, gonna be using these for work. You know, that standard black hoodie could be for work. I have a nice Carhartt, what is it? It's a flannel lined kind of jacket because often I will wear a hoodie or a sweatshirt or a like I've got the crew neck sweater. I've got what are those things? I love the flannel shirts from LTT. Really wish they would have made a green one. That's what we're missing. Actually, you can see in the wash there. We got the purple one. We got the red one. The gray one I think is in there too, or maybe behind the door. But yeah, I've got similar ones like this, and you know, often that'll be on top at work. Or there's this, you know, like long sleeve from LTT. LTT actually has some really nice workwear stuff. They're definitely starting to expand. I'm not super into like the full-on button-up, you know, more professional. I don't want to say professional, but you know, like that sort of stuff. But you know, I got the Carhartt to throw on over because sometimes at work it drops down. There's like this period of time when everybody leaves work, where just having something a little bit thicker on isn't enough, because the HVAC hasn't balanced itself back out, because it hasn't gone all the way around the office. You know, and you lost all these, however many watts of heat each human generates. And you got probably about a half hour to an hour and a half of temperature dropping. And I mean, at one point it was dropping so low in previous years before the remodel, I would wear a jacket in there. That's kind of where I got that flannel lined Carhartt, because perfect on top of just add another layer. Um, you know, it's button up versus zippers. I kind of tend to prefer some button up stuff. And it's like the snappy buttons, not the, I hate through hole buttons, but those snappy buttons, especially on an outer layer. It's great. Um, Also, that's warm enough if I gotta go outside when it is cold out. I can just toss that on versus throwing on a whole jacket if you gotta go and grab something from the car or whatever, you know. So these are kind of the opposite. I need something to, you know, say this is just a t-shirt. I need something to throw over it, because you need to have at least, you know, you're at work. You know, you need something. You know, proper pair of jeans or pants or whatever, depending on the day, and something even like that'll give it a little bit more than a you know, I'm not wearing sweatshirts in summer, but then a standard t-shirt. So like I said, especially the doors one, I would recommend you guys picking up. It's definitely cool, especially for working in IT. All of these, I think, people would appreciate, especially in your depending what you work in. You know what I mean? For me, always been a Windows user. Always been in, well, I shouldn't say always been an Intel user, because been using Ryzen since first gen, and slowly been, now everything I have is Ryzen. But you know, I grew up with the Pentium. That's why I picked up the, what was that? The 3258 anniversary edition. You know, still have that guy. Still have the motherboard for it. I was gonna sell that motherboard, but you know, probably not anymore. Can't be worth anything. Even water cooled it with a 750 Ti back in the day. You know, back when you could get stuff like that. But yeah, something fun to wear at work on maybe, you know, a less important day where you're not trying to look all spiffy, but you need something more than a t-shirt. Or if you're going to some of the, you know, like the put on events with like cookouts and ball games and, you know, stuff like that. Or that aren't the like professional, you know, like year summary, annual summit, Christmassy doodles. I don't know if I would order for that. That's you. Maybe if that's your vibe, you do that. But I've gotten heavy use out of the LTT party shirt, and with these, they're like, hey, these are basically the party shirt, but with different designs, and they might not come back due to, you know, if they get asked to not make these due to their similarities to real people's trademarks, they'll just stop, because, you know, you're better off doing that than getting yourself in trouble to make probably not all that much. This was just for fun to have, you know. And I remember, you know, like I said, I've been a Windows user all my life. You know, I have pictures of me sitting at 3 working on a Windows computer. You'll have to do the math to figure out which one that was. But my real one that I still remember to this day, I don't know that I personally, like, even, you know, like at home and stuff like that, did anything older than 95. We had it, and obviously I used applications on it and stuff like that, but you know, I didn't like go on there and do stuff myself, I don't think, prior to 95. But that's where all of this stuff definitely matches right up there for me. Nostalgia, got something to wear for work, and something cool that starts a conversation. So Paisley will let you off, since she is in the chair that she is not supposed to be on. Paisley Marie, what are you doing there? Is it time to watch anime? Dragon Ball Daima. Yep. Yeah. No solo leveling tonight. That's tomorrow night. Yep.